Shout-ntell. Hi guys, I'm Judy, and today I'm going to be watching One Piece episodes 550, 551, and 552. And in the last episode, we left off on Luffy and Jinbei, going at it, wanting to fight each other because they weren't disagreed about what should happen. Like Luffy wants to charge in, of course, as he always does, because his friends are in danger, and Jinbei's like, no, you'll make it worse, don't do it. And so they're fighting, apparently. I don't know. Let's get into this episode. Check out my Patreon for full reactions. Subscribe. Let's go. Something with Horde. Until Horde kills himself. But I guess it's not gonna happen soon enough. Oh, okay. Oh, what is that? Was that some kind of symbol? Yeah, you shouldn't have stood and watched, I think. Okay, dude. I have to kill them. Oh, okay. I guess Hody's the one who's gonna kill them? I don't know. I don't know about that. Hopefully they can do something. Yeah. Yeah, I wouldn't count on a Horde carrying. That was very accurate aiming there. Dudes, get away from there. I guess. Oh god. That's it for you guys. Okay, wow. These steroids are very effective. I don't know what hierarchy these suffixes follow, but... Oh, that's what you worry about? Yeah, I was wondering if there was like a drunk dance of some kind. I mean, it's a lot of fun to be friends with you, dude, if you drink and you kill all your friends. Another invisible dude. It can't be a fruit this time. Yeah, I thought it was something like this, but that's... Yeah, okay. Yeah, and there are only like 3 of them. It's a problem. And even the guy they defeated before is already out of his chains, so definitely need help. Really? The steroids are taking effect or something? Wow, okay. He doesn't care. That's the problem. He doesn't care about anything. Maybe he doesn't want to go back to feeling weak, you know, in comparison. Or he doesn't want to feel the side effects, so he's just like... Dude, seriously. Because Lofi doesn't understand. I don't know. But what if you can stand up to them though? Well, this country's already going to shit. They don't have bad intent ever, but that doesn't necessarily mean that they have good intent though. No, they do usually. I hope so, but because seriously, like all the hope of everyone is on you. And I get the feeling it's gonna be a problem. Yeah, I was gonna say, I don't think you have control over this guy. I think it needs to be bigger than that. What are you doing? That's tragic. Well, oh. Oh, wow, okay. Kind of reminds me of Crocodile. Basically, all of them crazy, but I'm not surprised. That's hard blow for morale to see him, you know, chained up and not being able to do anything. What is he doing? Well. Oh, okay. It's not the steroids that cause the pain. It's the injury. Now it's the steroids. Who invented those, you know, steroids? That's what I wonder about. Where did they come from? Is he gonna become mindless? Oh my god, he's gonna turn white. What's going on? He's controlling it. Jesus Christ. Now they're afraid of him. Okay, great. Well, his eyes are very bright, you know, and with all the white around him. Jesus Christ. Okay. Yeah, Hody's a formidable opponent now, for sure. I somehow feel like the princess won't be able to really take him on. But I guess we'll see. I mean, and like obviously fully expecting the Straw Hats to join in, but it's gonna take a while because, I mean, a lot of times it takes a while for Luffy to join the fight, right? Because of something. So now it's Jinbei that's stopping him or delaying him. And I guess it's good that way because then when, you know, when Luffy will join the fight eventually, I think or something, they will probably be really desperate because they will try to fight Hody and it won't work, and the princes might, you know, get hurt and defeated, and they will have no hope. I don't know about Jinbei though. Like, I don't know if Jinbei will actually allow. I don't know what's going on. Like, I don't know what agreement they will come to, if at all. But anyway, so when Luffy actually takes on Hody, if that happens, probably won't be that straightforward. But anyway, when that happens, then they will be grateful. So Luffy. And you know, the whole destruction of the island, again, I think it's probably gonna happen. I mean, like, obviously unintentionally while he's fighting or something. So we just, like, in this episode, we just focus on, like, we saw the different officers of Hody, and all of them are crazy, some more than others. Some have, like, weird idiosyncrasies, but yeah, we usually have people with weird idiosyncrasies. So, okay, Hody is, I mean, I don't know how long he has left. Like, I don't know if it will play a part, the fact that he took so many steroids. I mean, obviously it's gonna play a part because he's, like, super strong now and his hair is white and stuff. So obviously he shaved off a lot of his ears, but I don't know if it's, like, going to affect him anytime soon to the point that he can't, you know, that the effect of taking so many steroids is going to, like, take effect in the moment. Because I feel like we probably want Luffy to fight him in full strength like this, right? To show how strong Luffy is and stuff. And nobody else can take him on probably, and then Luffy will be able to. So I have, like, a hard time believing that, you know, that the steroids will actually make him lose anytime soon, you know? And all of the island is looking up to the princes, those have them, and the princes intend to, but I don't think it's gonna be enough. And, like, just imagine if that was really all they had, just the princes and I guess Jinbei. I don't know if I'm expecting, like, Jinbei and Luffy just to fight together eventually or something. I don't know. Like, Jinbei, I mean, Luffy is going to get involved. Jinbei just needs to let that happen. I don't know, like, what's going to convince them or what compromise they're going to come to make it so that Luffy will actually join the fight. Unless, you know, Jinbei will go to fight first and then he will be defeated, and then, you know, the only hope will actually be Luffy. Maybe we'll find out. Eventually we'll find out. I don't know how long it's gonna take though. Let's get into the next episode. When his hair was dark, I don't think we... Like, now it also, like, his fin, or not fin, stands out, like, in the hair. Like his back fin. Extremely. Maybe it's because he was so close. We're just praying in general, or are you talking to the princes? Maybe the Straw Hats. He does know about the Straw Hats. Oh, but yeah, I don't think he would count on them trying to help. Yeah, it's definitely a very poignant parade, kind of, to show off the king in chains to everyone. What is this music? What is this? Extra syllables. Yeah. But you're wearing a hat. Nobody knows. Whatever, dude. I mean, they're saying that Luffy's gonna destroy the island. Everybody here wants to destroy the island. But Luffy's just gonna, like, it seems like, you know, it's gonna happen anyway. I don't know how Luffy's gonna be involved, but, like, it's a really disturbing scarf he has. Muffler? I don't know what to call that. Please try to sound more convincing. Oh god. What? The sea beast. Oh. I guess he, like, recovered from his being stepped on episode. You want to watch? I mean, okay, fair enough, I guess. You want to see what's happening. But honestly, I would run the other way. It's not looking good. What happened? Okay. Where's Luffy? Like, did Jinbei just defeat him or what? Because that's hard for me to, like, not that it's impossible to believe, but I mean, we didn't see it, so I'm just wondering. Okay, we just didn't see it. Okay. The one standing. You're taking way too long. They already noticed. Like, should have done the whole thing while you're still laying down, and then maybe it would have taken them by surprise a little bit. Yeah, what about this dude? What about the dude, whatever his name is? We have that going on too. That's the weak one. Like, you can make it stronger. That's great. I think he feels great right now. But I don't know how long it's going to last. Because he didn't grow up with kindness. Okay. Well, these are CDs, so you're going to be... I mean, that's a nice show of power, that's for sure, to start with. That's pretty great. Yeah, but after this, if they get defeated, you know it's gonna be a bigger blow for all those who are watching. Are you talking about the steroids? They only took one now? The drunk one looks like so unthreatening, you know, with his expression. Oh. Damn. Yeah, you can't even sit against him, and I think they took only one steroid at this point. Oh. Oh boy. Okay, so maybe, like, you know, when Jinbei comes, you'll be able to take on the officers. Or not even that though, because I'm assuming that Straw Hats will take on the officers too, alongside. I don't know. Anyway, yeah, it have, like, I mean, the princess made a good show of, like, defeating all the CPs at once, but that only made it worse when they got defeated so easily by the officers, you know, because then you can be like, oh wow, they were that strong, but they're not even barely, like, strong enough to face the steroid. And Hody took, I don't know how many of them, hundreds of them, and he's not even, you know, part of this at this point. That's a problem. So, and I don't know what happened with Luffy. Like, obviously they were hiding it from us on purpose, but it makes me like it's hard for me to believe that he was just defeated by Jinbei just like that, you know? Like, it makes me feel like there was some trickery in it or something, you know? Because it doesn't make sense, because if like Jinbei is going to fight and then, you know, at some point they will need Luffy's help, so it doesn't make sense that Luffy was defeated by Jinbei, you know? And obviously the fact that we didn't see anything makes it even more like strange. So yeah, we definitely need to get an explanation for that. What the hell happened? We'll see what Jinbei can do now. I don't know, like he's going to get there pretty soon and then he will be the only one facing all of them, it seems, because everyone else is defeated. So like, I don't know if we need Jinbei to be defeated for him to accept that, you know. Well, there's no other option now. We need the help of the Straw Hats, or what? Because that's kind of sad for Jinbei, you know, to have to be like, you know, reach bottom, I guess, in order to be able to accept Luffy's help. Because it won't even matter at that point, because no one can do anything. It's really scary to just imagine to being, you know, one of the citizens and just be like so helpless and believe, like, have your leaders be taken from you and seeing them, you know, like be made such a spectacle of. What Fukabashi said about, you know, how, you know, like Hody and his people are the weakest on the island because they can't let go of like of grudges and hatred, and they want revenge only for their own sake, and you know, and the island is trying to move forward and stuff. Yes, yes, but it's also extremely naive, but fine. I mean, that's the premise of this thing, which I also have a problem with. Like, I mean, but I talked about this. Like, it is really hard to trust in a future where the other side, who you've kind of been, you know, hurt by again and again, to trust in a future where you can actually work together or live side by side and stuff. That's the whole idea. And I can understand, I mean, I think I probably talked about this already. Like Hody, like I can understand his frustration, but it doesn't come from a place of like, of caring, you know? It comes from a place of like, no, I want to destroy everything, which is not the best place to be. Anyway, let's get into the next episode. Alright, there's also Shirahoshi's ability to control the sea beast. She might be able to do something with when her feelings take over. When she says all her brothers are down, maybe? Who did that? Is that Decken? Is that Wonder Decken? I guess it was them. Okay, just random people. I guess in Hody's army. No, they weren't. I mean, they wanted to see these. Fake they may be, but you still have to deal with them. You worried about that? But you don't think that seeing her family in this predicament will, well, I guess you think that if she's captured, she couldn't do much? But how are you preventing her power from... Are there human pirates? Okay. What are they supposed to do then? Okay, I guess it's the ambush or whatever. to show how much power they have. Like he wants them to kill them now? Oh, he hears her? She's talking loud? And now it's suddenly a good thing. Maybe. No, it's not you, she saw.
Hody? 少なくともあんたじゃない。
そうか。
He wants to destroy the island too, though, so. But I guess, yeah, but he can't allow someone else to do it. I mean, you were trying to hit a nerve and you did, but that's what you get for that. I mean, it was pretty brave of her, I guess, to say it to his face. I don't know if it's going to make him like more prepared to face Luffy or more, or like make him angrier and therefore more reckless when facing Luffy. What is you supposed to have? Arlong is a brother?
この国を根底からぶっ潰し、新たに生まれ変わらせることができるのはこの俺しかいねえ。この俺にはその力がある。
You do protest too much.
この希望、乙姫を殺
You.
したのは俺だ。
I figured. And he blamed the humans for it. But you're just making your point weaker now, though. Like your point is that humans need to be killed, but then, well, then you reveal that it wasn't actually a human who killed, you know, the queen who believed in the opposite. So. Well, he wants to blame everything on you, though. And still things, you know, and they still manage to hold on to hope. Things will, like, to make peace with humans after all that. You're actually gonna do something? Like, I don't know what Hody thinks he's doing by having her here. But you didn't exactly destroy it, that's the thing. Although it did give you time, I guess, to gather power for yourself. Until it could take over. What are you trying to achieve here? You want her to go berserk? Like he's trying to goad her. Okay, what? It's a huge ship.
アは魚人島の半分のデカさを誇る。
ってことは白星は永遠に我が心の中で俺と生き続けるのだ。島ごとくたばれ。さらば愛しの白星。さらば魚人島。
Another contender for destroying the island, but I mean, okay. Luffy's supposed to be the one to do it. Funny how it all kind of a little like turned on its head a little bit. I mean, it's not like, you know, Madame Charlie was happy about the fact that, you know, that Luffy is gonna be the one to destroy it, but it was like this. I mean, like the island seems to be like it's bound to be destroyed anyway. So I guess, you know, kind of facing up to a tyrant and saying like, oh, it's actually not gonna be you is ballsy move, but I guess it gives you some hope in some way that things are not going to turn out the way he wants at least. I don't know, even if it does end up with the island being destroyed. And now we have this like half of the island-sized ship that's going to be thrown at Shirahoshi, and we still don't know what happened with Luffy. Like we just have to wait for him to show up. And also we don't know what happened with the other guys, but I guess we assume that we're gonna be fine somehow. It was interesting to find out that Madame Charlie was Arlong's sister. I don't know what she feels about this. I mean, she definitely doesn't seem to hold the same sentiment in her heart. I don't know what she feels about her brother. I don't know what kind of relationship they had. But it seems like they weren't really close, or at the very least, they weren't of the same mind, or something changed, or I don't know. Hody, like, I feel like maybe if Madame Charlie hadn't said what she said, maybe Hody wouldn't have told everyone that he was the one who killed the queen, because on the whole it's better for him not to say that, even though I guess it doesn't really matter anymore, because, you know, the island people have already, like, they were already going forward toward, you know, trying to work with humans again after all that time, so in a way it doesn't matter anymore. Like, blaming the human for killing the queen helped for all these 10 years, or like, it helped in delaying, I guess, you know, the queen's dream from coming true, and gave him, like I said, time to gather his power and stuff, and his hatred, and just, like, you know, I guess come up with this plan. And I guess that's kind of what he wanted from it. Like, he didn't really hope that it would completely destroy the queen's dream, I guess. But at this point, like, it doesn't matter if he tells them that it was him the whole time, because he already, like, served its purpose, I guess. But it did feel like he needed to, you know, kind of gloat about this thing that he managed to do, like the fact that he managed to fool them, because it kind of felt like a little bit undermined by Madame Charlie's, like, you know, telling him, oh, it's not you. And he was like, no, it is me. I'm gonna tell you exactly, you know, how smart I am or something, or how I planned all of this from the beginning, and how I fooled all of you and stuff. Like, it felt like, you know, it was less him trying to, like, being completely in control of the narrative, you know? He was just, like, trying to bluster a little too much. But then he was really goading Shirahoshi with it, and I don't understand why he was doing that. I mean, I guess, you know, it was part of his, like, he was trying to, I guess, hurt the person who's hurting the most, or was the most vulnerable or something, and enrage everyone around, but, like, he knows about her power, so I'm, like, not understanding what he plans to do if she suddenly, like, you know, suddenly uses this power and makes all the sea beasts come. He did think it was a threat, that's why he wanted her captured, but, like, I mean, how does she control it? She controls it with her voice. Wasn't that how she did it? With her crying? So what does he think that he's, you know, doing? Like, does he want her to use the power? That's what it felt like to me. Like, he was really like, you know, Shirahoshi, I did it, you know? Like, I killed your mother and stuff. What does he want? Doesn't make a lot of sense to me. Unless he wants her to use her power. Like, I don't know. Or he's not thinking straight and he just wants to really push all the buttons or something to show that he has control over the situation or something. I mean, overall, like, you know, the princes dealt with, like, 5 sea beasts and totally annihilated them, and then they couldn't do anything against the officers with just 1 steroid each, like, you know, effect. But then I'm thinking, if he doesn't really see her power to control sea beasts as a threat, then why did he say that it was a threat? Like, why is he worried about that at all then? I don't know. I mean, it was pretty obvious, I guess, that it was Hody who actually did it because it fit his plans, but the fact that Shirahoshi knew it, that was surprising. I don't know when it was she knew it. Did she know it right away? Did she see something that made her realize what was happening, and then she kept quiet about it for some reason. Because if she wanted her mother's dreams to come true, then it makes sense for her to say something about that. But maybe she didn't think they would believe her or something. I don't know. But like, I'm not sure why she kept the secret, and like when it was that she realized that, and why she kept the secret. And I mean, like, why is it a big deal? You know, because Hody is trying to goad her, and then she's saying, "Oh no, you can't goad me. I already knew," or something. So it's like whatever Hordy's trying to achieve here he's not successful about it. I guess he's not thinking that, you know, her power is related to her emotional state, that he just wants her to, you know, hit her where it hurts, and then he can do it because she already knew. But I'm like not clear. Okay, what does that give you? Like, it's definitely interesting that she was the only one who knew or figured it out somehow when no one else did. Maybe it was like deliberate on her part to not say anything because she didn't want, because in some way maybe she was like angry, or she didn't want, I don't know. Like, it's interesting if she did this on purpose, like not saying anything about it, knowing that this could actually help achieve her mother's dream. Like maybe she has some kind of resentment or something. I don't know if I believe that though. I don't know if it will go that deep, but it's interesting in any case. Like, I don't know where that leaves us, really, the fact that she knew. Like, I wonder what kind of effect this fact will have on anything. And yeah, everyone's captured except for the Straw Hat. So, you know, but Hordy's like, I know that the Straw Hats are out there, but I'm not worried about them. And then he was told that, you know, Luffy's supposed to destroy the island, so he still doesn't want to believe that they will be able to do anything. But I mean, that's the only thing we have left, so I guess I'll have to wait for that. Yeah, hopefully next episode or something we'll finally see what Luffy's up to, or what happened to him, or something. Maybe. Episodes 553, 554, and 555. Let's get into this episode. Luffy! Let's go, Luffy. I'm waiting for you, Luffy, to do something. Yeah, when did you know that? And why are you so angry about it? Like the fact that she was able to keep it a secret and not tell anyone. I don't know. Megalo told? Jesus. But like, and then she just decided to keep it secret. I guess she didn't know what to do with that information, though. To not be angry. That's crazy. Like, that's a crazy thing to do, because it doesn't give you know, validation to your feelings. Yeah, I don't know if I see it as such a great thing, to be honest. Also, it allowed Hody to do all the things he did. Yeah, it's allowed Hody to, you know, plan in secret and... Like, I don't think it makes her dumb. I just think it makes it very unfair and extremely, like, an extremely horrible burden to bear. Even if her mother didn't mean it that way. Jesus. And now, like, Shiraji has to bear, like, both the, you know, that burden and the guilt that this is what's happening now because of her. Like, Hody, you know, is blaming her. And it's pretty horrible. Maybe they made some kind of agreement, like Jinbei and Luffy. I don't know. Maybe that's too much to hope for. What? What? Like, are you asking because you want it to happen? Damn. I don't think he wants to, but, well, maybe at this point he does. I don't know. Wow. I mean, I kind of want him to destroy the island, to be honest. But damn. But is he where is he? And, like, what happened? I don't know. And I don't think Hody will like any of this. Straw hats. Why is it bullshit now? Because you don't like it? Okay. Come on, Luffy, now's your moment. Was it haki? Oh no, it was a sound. Okay, no, I thought for some reason. Is he inside Megalo? Did we know this? I mean, not we. Did they know this? In the water, though? I mean, in his spit. Does that count? I don't know. Did Jinbei know this? Damn! Go, Lofi! Okay, that was extra satisfying. Did you wait for, like, to hear that? Like, could he hear anything inside Megalo? Did Shirahoshi know that? Jinbei knew it. I know, yes! I mean, I hope that they were kind of in agreement about this, yes. Great. Where were they? She can do that? That's really cool. She couldn't do it before, right? Before the time skip. Though she did use, like, I guess she did use mirages before. Let's destroy the island! Let's go! He's going to pick him up. Come on! Okay. Oh. Oh. Oh, okay, it succeeded. Okay. The straws are going to destroy the island. Also, there's a big ship coming, so we'll have to deal with that too. Apparently, it was always there, though. So you just stopped by the palace to rescue them? I have chills. They just helped them escape. No, yeah, about that. I don't know what we're doing with that. I guess. He's gonna do whatever he wants to do, and then you'll just have to deal with that. I guess. Okay, also, I really love that it was, you know, at some point, I was like, wait, maybe it's a plan. And they have something, you know, I didn't realize that he was already there, but like that, you know, because it was just like so secretive how whatever happened there, you know. And then I was thinking, okay, maybe they, you know, planned something together, and I'm really glad that that's how it turned out to be. The whole thing with Shirahoshi, you know, keeping the secret because she didn't want to, like, she wanted to keep the secret, the promise to her mother. It really, like, I kind of hate it, but I think it's like this. I think it's a Japanese thing, or like not a Western thing mostly, because it's like, you know, because in the West you kind of think about like, you know, individuality is more important than in some way than the whole. So with that kind of mindset, it makes sense that you would, you know, that, you know, kind of ideal is like not to, in some way, not to, like, to kind of sacrifice your own feelings for the sake of, you know, this bigger purpose, like not to let your anger lead you, and not to hate. I mean, I'm not saying that it's just something that, you know, that you think in the East or something, but it's more something that, yeah, it's more like a school of thought that I think comes from the East, and I have a hard time with it, to be honest. I'm not saying that it's completely like doesn't have merit, and I'm not saying that the West like know what they're doing, because my god, no. But like, I mean, it's just really hard for me, yeah, to think of it as like a good thing, to be like, oh wow, you know, not allow yourself to feel your feelings and to feel anger towards someone who killed your mother, you know. Like, I guess there's a difference between going for revenge and allow yourself to feel feelings that are very justified and very, you know, basic in some way. And also in this particular instance, I mean, there is like, Hody does have a point of like, you know, if she told anyone, they would have been able to stop this possibly, or like not let this go on as far as it did, or like, you know, catch Hody before he managed to, you know, come to this point. But, and the show is saying that, but at the same time it's also saying, oh, it's okay because Luffy's going to take care of it, you know. And I mean, at the end of the day, well, we don't know exactly how Luffy's going to take care of it, and if the island is going to be destroyed in the, you know, in the process, then I guess in some way it's still like a bad thing. Like, I still have this hope that maybe like that it won't be that clear cut, that it was, you know, a good thing for this promise for them to hold on to this promise in this way, because I think this promise is extremely destructive, honestly, to just be like, oh no, I'm dying, but like, don't worry about it, don't feel anything, like, because I mean, I talked about this before, like, you have a lot of responsibility as a prince, as someone who like leads the country, I guess, but like, my god, you know, quenching down your feelings like this does not lead you to have a good mental state, I think, and that's also part of like, I mean, I don't know, of like being able to be, you know, stable and lead a country in any way. Whatever, I don't know. Like, it's not a clear-cut answer, though. There's not, like, anything that I think is the right answer for this, because it's a really... It's a complicated issue, but I just have a hard time with it. To just be like, oh, wow, you know, this, holding on to this promise is the most... Like, it's so beautiful or something. I'm not sure that exactly this is what the show is saying, you know? But it is, you know, portraying Otohime as, like, this amazing person. And she is. But also, at the same time, I feel like she maybe is too amazing to some degree. Like, to the point that it's, like, not, you know, it's, like, too much or something, you know? That as a person, you shouldn't have to always keep your feelings in check, at least in some form, to let it out, you know? Anyways, I don't know, like, exactly what I'm gonna feel about this at the end of the arc, like, to see what's gonna happen. But, and it's not like, if, you know, if this is what we end with, that we think that, you know, Otohime was just amazing, and this thing that she, and the fact that her children, you know, try to live up to that is amazing. I don't know if necessarily it's like that I will be disappointed with that, because I don't know, because I do understand kind of where it comes from, this idea. I just hate it at the same time. I just have a hard time with it at the same time. But, like, not to the point that, you know, I think that I would be, like, dissatisfied. But I don't know. I'm not making any sense. But basically, yeah, I guess wanted to convey that I'm having a hard time with it. You know, that I just don't think that that's the right... Again, there's no right and wrong. I don't know, because it's like, it's a different mentality, I feel like. So, and there is something, I guess, beautiful in the idea of, like, not holding on to your anger and being able to forgive and being able to, like, look at the bigger picture. But I think it should come at the same time as, you know, acknowledging your own feelings and, I don't know, having, like... I don't know. It's really hard. I don't know what the answer is, but it's just, yeah. So I'm just so caught in this, just feeling like, I don't know. Anyway. Yeah, and everyone's here. I was, like, wondering, so I guess they just, like, you know, Luffy went with Jinbei in Megalo, and the rest of the crew were behind them, and they went by the palace to, I think, I'm not sure how, like, whatever. They rescued them somehow. I don't know. Like, I don't know if they rescued... Well, I guess Brook escaped with his ghost thing. Like, we didn't really get an explanation for what happened there, but I don't know if it's important. Like, it's not like I really care, but... Anyway, I guess maybe Brook found them, asked them to help, or found... What's his name? The little starfish. Or whatever. That was the plan, and that's, I think, where we left off with that, you know, storyline. So, whatever. They're all here, though, and they're all ready to fight. And I guess they're going to destroy the island, although it's not like it's their goal, right? So I think it's going to be like this side effect. They're gonna fight and then the island's going to be destroyed, but it's not like it's what they meant to do, which I always thought was going to be, you know, the deal about this. Yeah, but again, I do feel like I need some kind of, like, unleashing of feelings. It's just like, oh my god, you know? But it's not necessarily that I want Luffy to do it, though. I want Shirahoshi and her brothers to be able to do it. To just be, like, angry and just destroy everything. But I don't think that's gonna happen, so whatever. Like, it's not, yeah, it's not, you don't have this, I guess, this privilege, I guess, to destroy everything when you're, like, you know, a prince or a princess or whatever, or a whole family, which is exactly the point, that you can't just let your own feelings take over. But we still have this whole thing about Shirahoshi having this power to control or some kind of, you know, she has some kind of something to be able to control the sea beast. So I'm expecting that to come into play at some point, but we'll see about it. Anyway, let's get into the next episode. Yeah, some of you asked for them because you were kind of desperate. So here they are. Woo! Is Zora's? Like the thing I don't know what it's called. Is it black? What's the plan exactly? Okay, we're gonna see it now.
わしとお前の関係は何じゃ。
友達。
そうとも。この造作もない関係を築けず、魚人族と人間は長年往生しとる。
Yeah, because it's easier to do it as individuals.
闇雲には戦うなという意味じゃ。突っ走るな。
That's a hard thing to ask of Luffy.
この魚人島を救うヒーローになってくれ。
ヒーロー。
Luffy is not the hero type.
ヒーローってなんだか分かってんのか。例えば肉があるだろ。海賊は肉で宴をやるけど、ヒーローは肉を人に分け与えるやつのことだ。俺は肉を食いたい。
問題は肉を食わせてやるから言う通り。分かった。解決。
My goodness. Okay, it was all part of the plan. Let's go.
わしらがあいつらの注意を引きつけている間に、お前さんたちの誰かがメガロの腹の中からこっそり抜け出し、
腹の中から。
Poor Megalo, seriously.
よし、王を解放できたら、わしがルフィ君に助けをこう。そこでメガロの腹の中から。
Gallantly, sure. That was what it was.
姫様は広場の外、八方安全な場所に待機しており、書状を受け取り、解放した王たちと共に。
No, but she didn't want to do that, did she? Or it didn't go according to plan exactly.
竜宮城の仲間救出の方法についてじゃが、なんとかしてくれ。こっちの作戦。
なんとかしてみせるさ。
こんなことが起きれば、見ている国民はどう思う？
Yeah, they'll see. They'll have to draw their own conclusions.
お見事ゾロさん。よし、ゾロ、出して。三刀流。
Okay. Good job, I guess. Possibly. Oh, not just Sanji. Amazing.
あいつらルフィに船長を倒されたっていうのに、さっきから何余裕こいてんだ。
ほんと妙ね。
Because it's, I mean, he's going to, yeah, he's not defeated yet, and I guess he can take, I don't know if the pills are completely, maybe he needs to take more pills, although I think he took all of them, so I don't even know. So I guess it was just a surprise.
これはお母様が残してくださった魚人島の希望。
しかしよ、弱星のやつ危ねえぞ。
ルフィ様、今私のこと。
Yeah, what?
今まで私のこと弱虫と。
まあ、詳しくは知らねえけど、お前思ったほど弱虫。
So you changed that, okay.
でも、その憎しみを受け止め、一人で抱え続けることは決して弱虫なんかじゃできはしないわ。
I guess, I mean, yes, yeah. Yeah, I get that.
その時はもう争いも消え、魚人と人間のしがらみなどなくなるじゃろう。耐え忍んだお前さんの数年間を否定するためじゃない。たった一人。
I guess there's something about this too idealistic for me. I guess.
に守り続けたその小さな目を、今度はわしらに守らせてくれ。
Fine, it's sweet. I get it. I get it.
弱虫じゃねえけど、泣き虫だな。
Let's go. I called him Bundigan, I think. What did I call? I don't know what I called it. Yeah.
あ
He doesn't feel the pain, but does it mean that it's not taking a toll on his body though?
厄介な力を持つ伝説の人魚姫。その白星だけは一刻も早く始末する必要がある。
But you didn't do anything about that. You just goaded her.
共に魚人街で育ったはずのフィッシャータイガーも弟分のアーロンも人間にやられちまったってのに、その敵を討つどころか張本人と肩を組むとはネプチューンにも劣らねえとんだふぬけ野郎だ。
I mean, we definitely have like this, you know, opposite contrast between him who's like holding on to his hatred and there until there's nothing else left, obviously, and the good guys who are holding on to or not holding on to their hatred so that there can be a future. So obviously, yeah.
この腕に覚えのある人間の海賊どもの姿、これがお前たちの未来だ。麦わら、俺こそが真の海賊王にふさわしい。
Okay.
海賊王
Yeah, that's funny because, you know, it's a title. It was a human title. I mean, not necessarily, but a human was the king of the pirates. I mean, I guess for Hody is like, I'm gonna take over. This is gonna be a fishman who's gonna be the pirate king, but it's kind of funny still.
ホーディのものに俺たちは生まれ故郷を追い出されるしかないんだ。勝て、麦わら、ジンベエをやめ。
That he's kind of holding on to definitions made by humans. Like he wants to destroy everything and take over everything, but he's still kind of limited in some way by what the world is.
10万の敵、まさに驚き仰天。目が点になります。私、点になる目ないんですけど。よほほほほ。
10万が何よ、やってやろうじゃないの。
I was gonna say. Ah, Nami. Not a problem. Who are you counting?
誰がビビってるだとこのクソマリモ野郎。上等だこの鼻血コックが。4億の首俺がもらった。俺だ。さあ行くか。
He's just gonna take care of all of them. Maybe except for Hody. Go Luffy! Luffy's insane. Not all of them though, but a lot of them. Hody, you seem a little impressed despite yourself.
やるじゃないか、麦わら坊や。
麦わらの海賊がやったの。すっげえ麦わら。
これ
うん
は覇気。
Yes, it was.
ここまで。
Yes, he has.
ホーディっつったな。お前は俺がぶっ飛ばさなきゃな。お前がここでどういう王になろうと勝手だけどな。海賊の王者は一人で十分だ。
Yeah, and we all know who is gonna be. At least between the two of you. Okay. Because, I mean, Horde, I don't think, did he ever mention wanting to be the Pirate King before? Maybe he did mention that, but, you know, it just kind of felt like, you know, a little bit like, you know, like if he defeats everyone and I don't know, enslaves all the humans, then in some way, you know, he kind of automatically, I guess, becomes the Pirate King, but it's not like that's his goal. So in some way, you know, he doesn't deserve it. Whatever. Yeah, okay, that was cool. Just them showing up and Luffy. No, that actually happened. Them showing up actually happened last. Whatever. Luffy using his haki though was really, really, really cool. And it's also cool that, you know, none of his crew members knew just how strong he was. Like, he never really got the chance to show off some of his new powers, you know, and that was a really cool way to, you know, display it, I guess, for the first time. And I don't know, it's just fun to have them all together, and we got all the information. I was wondering about you know, before we started the episode about how they actually, how exactly everything went. We got all of it. So yeah, I'm satisfied. I don't think I really needed that. But of course, they're going to, make use of any, like, you know, like we know that One Piece is taking its time with everything so as not to catch up to the manga. But anyway, like it was made very clear what the difference is, like what this, what Shirahoshi and her mom are really, what they're representing by the fact that they're, not holding on to their hatred and not letting it define their life. I still think there's an in-between about that, but it's more about the, the bigger picture. It's more about the fact that, they're trying to live a better life, and so holding on to their hatred in the way the Hody is doing is not going to let any future that is any better emerge. Like, I do understand that, and I do, like, believe in that in a lot of ways, but it's also whatever. You know what? It doesn't matter, because, that's like the, again, the bigger picture, the bigger thing that we're hoping for. And yes, it's idealistic, but that's, how things work in these kinds of stories. Yeah. And I guess so overall, like I am like, I can get behind it, basically. Like, I'm going to be satisfied. This is like the ending that we're hoping for, like, to believe that, to change the present by even like with, by, the people who lead other people, when they show that there's, an ability to go beyond your individual feelings and to hope, to establish like friendships, even when the past is really fraught, but there's this hope for a better future, that if you like extend your hand and the others do too, there's a hope there that can be built on. So, we'll go with it. Like I do appreciate that to some degree, for sure. Yeah, and Hody doesn't understand that at all. Like, I mean, it was made very clear when he was like, "Oh, I hate you the most," like to Jimmy, like, someone who can actually move forward from, from the wrongs that were done to them. It's a very hard thing to do, and sometimes I do believe that it's not the answer, because it's a little bit too hopeful. It's a little bit like, but whatever. It's not like this is not the case here, and we're just, we're seeing already these new like relationships forge, this new friendships, this like the hope that humans and fishmen can live side by side, and so Hody is obviously standing in the way of that, and so it's not like out of hatred that we're killing him or taking him down. It's out of just because through his hatred he's the obstacle, and so like we're taking him down out of necessity. So this future is going to be a possibility, and yeah. So great, and yeah, I don't think there's anything else I want to say. So let's just get into the next episode, shall we? And I'm kind of excited for Luffy against Hody. Like, we already saw Luffy like really letting him have it, but it was kind of, I think it was mostly the element of surprise then. So we'll have to see what more Luffy has in store for everyone. Zoro Sanji. Okay. We do have a swordsman, obviously, in the other crew, but otherwise I don't know who's gonna fight who. Kind of a lot, but I guess, and it wasn't the strongest ones, I guess. That guy is really interesting to me, because it's obviously his body. But it's also treated as like this coat thing or something, because he has a belt, and it's like, it's an interesting design. What? Uh-huh. Whatever makes you sleep at night. I mean, one of them took out 50,000 of you in one move. I mean, I don't know how you explain it to yourself. You're taking too long, Nora. Stop complaining. My God. Oh my God. That's an insane way to do it. Go, Navi. One person. Let's go. The same applies to you, I think. Okay. That's a lot of build-up. Was it Jinbei? Who is it? I'm not sure. Oh, he did. Yeah, so much for the energy steroid. I mean, you couldn't even face him, really. Whatever. What happened to your eye, though? Did you actually fight Hawkeye? Guess that's it for the defense, whatever. Is that really sneaky? Let's see Sanji in his element. This is just creepy. Okay. They hurt themselves. It doesn't protect them, those like spikes. He can fly now? I don't understand what we're building up to. I guess he can. He can walk on air. Okay, amazing.
みてえだ。
Yeah, I was thinking about them. I was wondering about that. Right. They could do that.
CP9 のゲット。
So he just learned it just by wanting to escape so badly.
すぐ片付くからおとなしく待ってろ。10万だろうと100万だろうと俺たちが全部ぶっ飛ばしてやる。
Yeah. Okay. We got a glimpse of a bit of, you know, the powers that they have. Yeah, I was thinking about the sky, air walking or whatever they call it, like moonwalk. I don't remember the name that they called it. But I was thinking that they could do that too, but I wasn't sure if it was supposed to be the same thing or what, because he seemed to just learn it. I mean, I guess he was in contact with it, and maybe that helped him, like, because it was also Luffy who watched them and then was able to somehow use their, you know, to learn their power in some way or to imitate it, and then he, you know, and create his own attacks based on that. So I guess Sanji did the same thing, but he didn't like exactly process or digest, you know, how to do it until he was caught in this very traumatic situation where he had to escape, and then it kind of, he was able to control it, I guess. And yeah, very impressive. I just can't take his entire like predicament with these like with these I don't even know what to call them. Anyway, newcomers, whatever. Seriously, like it's so like over dramatic. And I mean, okay, fair enough. But yeah, sure, but at least he, you know, got some powers thanks to that, and he's able to showcase them, and it's very cool and good for him, I guess. And also Zoro, the same. I do wonder though, because with Zoro, I feel like there's more mystery about, okay, what happened to his eye, which I don't even know if, you know, if it's ever going to be revealed, to be honest. I don't know. I saw that it was like a big mystery. I don't know. But anyway, I'm wondering about that, and also wondering if he like actually fought, you know, Hawkeye at any points. Because we know that he fought these monkeys that imitated him, but I feel, I mean, he called them weaklings, and I mean, okay, maybe it was just bravado, but I was just wondering, like, I don't think he defeated Hawkeye, because that would be crazy, because that would make him, you know, greatest swordsman. So yeah, I don't believe that, but I don't know if he even got to even fight him, you know? Whatever the case, I'm wondering about that. Yeah, well, in any case though, they both of them really honed their stuff, and they and good for them. And yeah, and the rest of the crew too are pretty great. You know, oh, we have 2 new weapons on the Sunny, on the Sunny to see it, like to I mean, we haven't seen yet what they are, so that's cool to look forward to. Yeah, for Robin, like, I don't think we saw anything different about, oh no, we did see, because she was able to, like she has the same abilities, just they're just like more sturdy, I guess. Like I think she used like an enormous hand at some point, right? And in the water too, so like she's definitely a lot more like her, yeah, she's more resilient, I guess. But beyond that, I do wonder about her and what she got from, like, you know, meeting Luffy's dad that we haven't covered at all. We have a lot of things that we haven't covered, basically, that I'm wondering. I mean, at some point they're gonna come out, I'm sure, but it could take forever, like, until they actually become relevant, you know, to the point that we actually discover what they are. So it's interesting. Yeah, and it's fun. So I guess we have, like, I don't know if this is going to be a very lengthy, like, battle, because, like, we're, you know, Luffy is facing Hody right now. Could take long for him to face him. And I do wonder if the energy steroids are going to be, you know, a thing. If they're, I mean, I don't know what else he could possibly do with them, you know, because it seems like he reached the limit of how much they can strengthen him. I'd like to think it might just mean that he's going to be, like, you know, lengthy to take him down. But I wonder, yeah, like I talked about this before, I wonder if there are going to be side effects that are going to suddenly, you know, also maybe tech effects that Hody will have to deal with. And anyway, I mean, in any case, yeah, guess we'll find out in the next episodes. Episodes 556, 557, and 558. And yeah, let's get into this episode. It takes forever for it to fade away. Okay. Was it last episode that Jubei like totally deflected Hody's, you know, water, whatever it was? I don't remember what that is. What? What now? That's what they do. They won't be able to live with themselves otherwise. Like, it's kind of funny to see Robin like take down one person. You know, she can do more than that. How's it going for you, Hody? Is he going to step on his face or something? I mean, yeah, you're in a very vulnerable position here, dude. Yeah, when there's 2, 3...
0だったところを改造して新しく5と6にした。こいつだ。一気に肩をつけるとすん。砲撃部隊。白星を狙え。世界の憧れ、人魚姫を傷つけようなんて。
Isn't she the only mermaid princess in the world? Dark? It looks kind of bright to me. Who are the dancing girls? Where did they come from? What is happening? I guess they're hallucinations. It's a very, detailed hallucination. How many people are actually trapped in here? 5 people? Okay. It seems like a very complex production for just 5. I guess it was all the, all those who were aiming at Shirahoshi. A little more than 5.
もう切っちゃいました。均等ティアス、ファンタジア。ミルフルール。ギガンテスコマーノ。
Oh boy. Okay.
足。スタンプ。
Okay, I want a lot of people to be smushed by this. Oh, you had to style your hair first. If the phantom lamps get poisoned, does it matter? Look, does it affect Robin? Very flashy. FRU? I'm not sure what. Okay. Yeah, I'm sure the poison won't work on it. That's the other.
ブラキオタンク5号発進だぜ。
出た恐竜欲しい。
すごいですね。
見たか俺の砲撃の腕。
スーパー司令官であります。富士の方角に敵集団発見。
The sound effect is a little interesting. It's a little. Zoro, why are you complaining? You already took down half the people. You take care of the rest.
あいつらなら本当に魚人と俺たちを救ってくれるかも。
Or destroy it. Hey, aren't you bored of this? Maybe you should stop fighting yourself.
クラーケン。
But Rockin' totally reminds me of the fact that, you know, that Arlong had Momo, but Momo at that point had already been, you know, traumatized. We already made friends with him. Didn't we? Well, I don't know if it was exactly friends, but we tamed him. He brought us here. I don't remember what happened though. That's exactly like Arlong. Like we kind of separated. I think it was.
何をしている。ぐずぐずするな。お前はわざわざ北極から連れてきた。俺の奴隷だ。
Where did you point to? You guys go North Pole. Okay. Wherever that is. Okay. I guess he is attacking us after all.
おーいスルメ俺だよ俺
At least now it's nicer because we're actually friends, I guess.
釣れたのか一度うちのペットになった友達だろ
Yeah, friends and pets, I guess, are the same thing. I think everything was falling apart. There was like fires or something. And we just kind of left him behind.
あいつを使って上級者の後悔するんだ俺はなあスルメ
The just casual kind of like, yeah, you know, he's mine, I'm gonna use him. It didn't work. I mean, I'm not worried about Luffy, but I'm just wondering if Survey was really going for it. I mean, Survey has two options, I guess. Either be enslaved by Hody, like, you know, cruelly, or be enslaved by Luffy in a friendly way, I guess. So, I mean, and Luffy doesn't really enslave him. He's just using him or whatever. They're friends, though. Yeah, this is like the upgrade for Momo. Because then Momo was just terrified of us. And now we're actually made friends, though.
いいかスルメお前はここで弱星を守るんだ
どうぞよろしくお願いしますスルメ様
Our dude. Oh, dude.
まだまだ残ってるなよし行くぞ
So, I don't know, like it felt to me like, you know, like a way, because in Arlong, when Momo was just really abused by us, to be honest, not just by us, by Arlong as well, but like, you know, but it wasn't a great relationship there, like he was just terrified. And we did set him free though in this arc, sort of, right? Or did we set him free, or we just like he was so terrified that he ran away? I don't remember. But anyway, so here we got like, it felt to me like, you know, a do-over where, you know, we didn't like, or at least Luffy didn't abuse the animal this time. He befriended him. I mean, we have seen Luffy, you know, befriend animals before, you know, on the island, for instance, when he was training for tears and stuff. And Luffy has this infectious, you know, nature to him, but at the same time he's also like doesn't have a problem with like in the same sentence he's kind of saying like, oh, you're my pet but you're my friend, like, and I mean, I guess, yeah, sure. I don't know, it's kind of funny to think of a Kraken as your pet. And like before when he tamed him and used him, it was like, I mean, the Kraken obviously is doing it like he chooses to help Luffy. Although I think that if he decided to fight Luffy, Luffy would be able to fight him, you know? Yeah, I don't know. It's not very straightforward what's going on there, but I can definitely see how, you know, doing what Luffy tells you to do is a nicer thing. Like, it's a nicer experience on the whole. Because Luffy, like, calls you a friend, and he's very friendly. And stuff, so it's sweet. Oh, for sure. Also to see the Kraken kind of just, you know, blushing when Shirahoshi was like, you know, thanking him and stuff. That was sweet. So anyway, it was nice to see the Kraken again. I don't remember exactly, but I remember something. I think they were like these volcanoes erupting or something, and then we had to run. I think that was when we had to kind of separate from the car. I'm not sure, because he ran, like he had to run, I think, and then he fell. I don't remember, but I get the sense that we kind of separated on not the best terms because we kind of left him behind. But I guess he's fine. I don't know, whatever. And he doesn't like. I mean, he totally wanted to help Luffy, so great for that. We're doing great, I guess. And we're doing great at like really pissing Hody off because Hody brought this Kraken from the North Pole to, I guess, be a menace, and it just completely backfired on him, and everything he seems to, you know, everything, like he's supposed to be the one to destroy the island. He's supposed to be the Kraken wielding, I don't know what, and he's supposed to be the king of the pirates, whatever. So Luffy, yeah, he just seems to take everything for himself. I don't know, kind of natural, kind of automatically almost. So, like, without effort. So, yeah, obviously I'm waiting for the real people to start fighting. So, let's get into the next episode. Maybe we will get there. Oh, I didn't talk about Frankie's things, but yeah, they're cool. Very, like... That means we're going to start actually fighting these higher ups. Come on, Zoro, fight the drunk dude. That means we're getting serious. Where are you facing? Yeah, you're facing an officer, but I don't think he's... Oh, you just see him. Okay. What are you even doing? Okay. It's like a whack-a-mole. Maybe... Oh no. Oh no, our shiny new weapon.
たった今この地下は俺の牙で空洞だらけにしてやったぜ。さてもう一方のバイクバカも落としてしまった、落とし穴だ。おのれスーパーイルさん、おめえら外に出ろ。
Oh, it's connected. Okay. I mean, I guess that is fun. Okay. Oh, he has a sword? Where does this switch out? Very nice. I love how the hair is like a drill.
That
was one of the. That was his designs? Is it? Does it have any connection with waffles somehow? He was eating metal. I don't know. Is it effective? Oh, and his shoulders. Very fancy. I don't know. Like we keep saying like moments of ramen, keep not responding, and I'm waiting for it to pay off, you know? I guess. And now he's also just standing there. Let's go! Nice. I'm trying to forget. Woo! All over. But he already fell and came back out. Oh, and that's a bug. Oh, it's Chopper? God. What the hell? It totally looks, yeah, like a bug. That's an interesting look for you. Ooh, wow. I told you about
この2年で7つの変形ポイントを強化一新したんだ。ランブルボールが必要な変形は1つだけ。
Oh, so which one do you need it for? We're not counting the monster one, right?
そして俺は生意気なモンスターだ。
You're mostly like bullying your own people right now. Instead of just taking the fight like on your own, because obviously you're stronger.
うまく奴らに取り入ってよく白星を捉えた。
Okay.
そのまま握りつぶせ。北極で暮らすお前の兄弟。
Oh, it's a hostage situation.
俺たちならいつでもたやす。まさかそれが望みってわけじゃねえよな。クラーケン。なんと兄弟の命を担保に脅され従っとったのか。白星を握りつぶせ。
兄弟を守るためにお前あいつの言いなりになってたのか。そりゃ守りてえよな。兄弟っての俺にも守らせてくれよ。忘れたのか。俺たち友達だろ。
It doesn't sound like Hody has the other brother. He says he knows where he is, so he can go get him. But if we defeat him here, then obviously it's fine. Right.
Second.
Woohoo! Nice! Oh, I know why. The brother thing was a low blow. Noah? What's the name of it? Oh, because it's like the like, how do you... flood. Look, it's... I guess it's a reference to the ark. Shipment promise? Yeah, definitely a reference, I would say. Okay, okay. So we focused more on Frankie and his like creations. I don't know. We had like at least 2 times where Robin was like, look, we saw, you know, Frankie kind of like show off, you know, his whatever they're called, and then we would cut away to Robin, and she would just be like. I mean, it reminded me of the first time when she showed up, you know, when she met Frankie, like after the 2 years, and there was just silence for like I don't know how long. So I kind of expected. I mean, I don't remember what happened there after the silence. I think she just said like, "Oh, it's you, Frankie," or something like that, right? So I just kind of expected. I guess I don't know, but then again, what can she say? And then at the end, it was Nami who said like, "What's cool about this?" I will admit, I'm not clear. It looks very shiny. It looks very fancy. It has a lot of, you know, devices and tricks and stuff that it. But I'm with the girls on this one. Anyway, but no, I mean, it's cool. It's for sure. It's cool. And if it's Frankie, it's very Frankie. And it's funny to see how everyone gets excited about it. And then like Chopper's new, I mean, I guess it's not new. I don't remember. Horn Point, I don't remember if he showed that before. Probably he didn't. But I guess it definitely wasn't as advanced as now, but he totally looked like a beetle there or something, and I think it was on purpose, especially after the Usopp and stuff. But yeah, that's cool that he can do that, I guess. Like actually dig through stone. That's crazy. And then we saw a little bit of Nami and a little bit of Usopp and a little bit of Zoro, Sanji, whatever. But the real, I guess, focus was I didn't realize what this means to Luffy when they talked about, you know, the Kraken's brother, and then when Luffy said it, I was like, oh shit, you know, God, that hurts really. We definitely like the poor Kraken, honestly. But yeah, we'll take care of this, and then he won't have to worry anymore. And hope. I don't know how far away the North Pole is. I'm assuming it's pretty far. I don't know. Maybe not. Because like Hody had to have gone there at some point to bring the Kraken here. So maybe the Kraken did find his way back. I don't know. Yeah, Luffy is gonna kick some butt. And I want him to. And it was really nice to see, you know, the punch land again. Like to see Hody flying again. It's the second time. And now it was still kind of surprising for him, you know, because he was like, we're ready to go. And then suddenly, you know, he was there and he punched him and stuff. So it still was the element of surprise in a lot of ways. But like, I feel when we're like, Luffy's actually fighting him, you know, and they're like, it's going to be harder than that. But I'm still very happy about this. It felt very deserved. And it seems like Zoro might not fight the drunk dude, but he's supposed to be the best swordsman they have. So I was thinking, like, he was looking at Brook too, and Brook is also a swordsman for sure, but I don't know. Doesn't matter. I guess we'll see. Okay, let's get into the third episode of today and get more fights. Oh, and Noah. Yeah. So it's some kind of legendary ship, I guess, that Vanderdecken always knew where it was. Or, I mean, it seems like Neptune didn't know where it was. The ship of promise. What promise? Promise of destruction? Or because it's kind of funny because we're, the island is kind of dealing with this danger from within, and then the heroes, which are the Straw Hats, are predicted to be the ones to destroy the island. And then we have this ship of promise that's also going to destroy the island. So I'm just like, or at least with the current trajectory. So I'm just like, I'm not sure how this all fits together. Or if this destruction is going to, I don't know if the destruction is actually going to happen, or if it's more of like a metaphorical thing. I don't know. But anyway, I guess we'll see. So let's get into the next one. What promise? A promise of freedom? Maybe the only word was, and it was just trapped. Because it's huge? Oh, we need to protect the ship. Okay. Is this also a prediction? Or a legend of some kind? It's fine. He's just angry right now. Okay, he's a little banged up. Yeah. You found her? Like, I mean, you're cracking. Good on you for fighting her. No. But that was crazy though. Okay, that's new. Right? Did you see him murdering himself already? That's crazy. Like, I feel like, I don't know. Like, I don't feel entirely surprised. I don't know. Like, he can stretch it while it's hard? That's crazy. You seem a little strange there. I mean, it's kind of like the hardening of like CP9, right? Except they were making themselves as hard as iron, and he's harder than iron. It's like it's really slow. Or I don't know, or it's very far away still. So we need to protect the island and protect the ship, and somehow make sure that they don't collide. Were there Vanderdeckens people on board? I'm not sure what I was saying there. Is it slow because of the bubble? Yeah, but we can't destroy. Okay, now they'll know what he's planning. I know that's Oh my god. I know why that was so funny to me.
こんなもん作戦にはねえよ。
Okay, what are you gonna do about that?
手紙や斧のようにデッケンがノアを投げたのか。お前がガキの頃から思い続けて
That is just creepy, dude. Creepy.
こんなにお前を愛せるのは世界広しといえども、
Oh,
こ
let's
の
hope so.
俺だけだ。これが俺の愛だ。受け取れ。そして巨人とごとくたばれ白星。バお前を助けることはもう不可能。この巨人島と共に白星の死に備えられる生贄となれ。そんなおい、白星姫はどこ行った。いねえぞ。
What is she gonna do?
なんじゃと姫。
私ならこちらです。
おいおいおい。
おの
I mean, what can she do now, though? Like, can he undo that thing? Take it back? I don't think so.
いつの間に。
Unless she's going to use her power.
要するにあの船は姫に向かって飛んどるんじゃ。
Right. So she needs to get out of it. I get it. Okay. But is this far enough away, though? I mean, not that I want her to get hit with that, but...
私一人の命を奪うためだけに竜宮王国の皆様まで巻き添えになさるのはおやめくださいませ。私ならこちらに。
Like she's going up and leading it away, I guess. Yeah, that's pretty incredible of her.
ノアがそれるぞ。一度は島ごと俺たちをぶっ潰す予定
I
だ。
mean, you did say something about how it's a partnership and you can do whatever you want. I guess that's called a betrayal.
俺たちのためにそんななんとかお助けできねえか。やはりお前はこのバンダーデッケン9世の妻にふさわしい。その美しきままに死に我が胸に永遠に生きるがいい。
I mean, where can she run? It's following her. But I guess it's kind of slow.
弱星のやつ遠くへ行くなっつったのに。
And what were you gonna do?
ホーディ船長。俺ホーディさんがいないぞ。
I guess, yeah, it makes sense that this is like more, pressing. Because it might destroy the whole island. And he wanted to destroy it.
ふざけやがってバンダーデッケン。だがこれはいい手だ。
Okay. Like he does want the Noah to crash on the island now. I mean, I guess he wants to be on top of it though.
俺が飛ぶ。お前らこの広場を頼む。
わかった。いやそりゃいいがルフィ。船は水の中だぞ。
船の中も水かな、ジンベエ。
わからんが少なくともデッケンは能力者。シャボンの出るサンゴじゃ。
よし。
Okay.
じゃあ愛しの白星ちゃんはお前に任せた。かっ飛ばすぞルフィ。頼む。
Okay, what an interesting turn of events. Yeah, I didn't expect this. Like, I mean, I knew that the ship was coming, but I didn't really know when it was going to come and how we were going to deal with it. I'm trying to wrap my head around what Hody, like, for him, it's fine. Like, I mean, he wanted to destroy the island, so for him, like, he doesn't mind that it gets destroyed by the Noah, I guess, so long as he is on top of it and doesn't die, I guess, with it, but he doesn't care that everyone else will die, including all of his officers, I guess. But he already showed that he doesn't really care about anyone else, really. But then, what is he actually trying to prove, to be honest? Like, I mean, if he's gonna be the only fishman that survives, along with Vanderdecken, maybe, he thinks that he can just enslave all of humanity, just himself? I'm not clear about that. Maybe he assumes that his officers will survive somehow. It doesn't seem to be the case, you know? And I mean, in any case, the Na now is, like, going after Shirahoshi, who's like kind of leading it away from the island, or trying to, or I mean, I guess she's kind of trying to outrun it for now. And I mean, so far so good. I guess it doesn't go that fast, it seems, but I guess it's because it's still kind of caught against the bubble that protects the island, though. So I don't know. And so now Luffy is going to take care of that, and I'm not exactly clear on what he's going to do, though. Because, I mean, the obvious solution, I guess, is to destroy Noah, right? Or something, to make it not such a... I mean, even destroying it could be very destructive, but less than how destructive it can be when it's whole, I guess. But then Neptune was talking about how, you know, they shouldn't destroy it, they need to keep it safe, because... I don't even know why, but something about it being the ship of promise, whatever that means, which sounds like some kind of prediction or legend that they believe in or something, but only Neptune seems to know it, though. I mean, I don't know if you can relay that to anyone else in time for Luffy to... I don't know. I don't know where we're going with this, but Luffy will probably have to deal with, like, he seems to be going to face, like deal with the problem of Noah going after Shirahoshi and Vanderdecken on there, and I guess more of Vanderdecken's people on there, but I don't think they matter, and also Hody on there. So while everyone else is taking care of, you know, of Hordy's people, I guess, while this is going on. It was really cool and satisfying to see Shirahoshi, you know, take this step and you know, kind of sacrifice herself, I guess, in some way, to protect the island, because she knows that Vanderdecken has been after her all this time, and she's kind of, like, I mean, it took me a moment to realize that, you know, she was the target, obviously, and that means that, you know, wherever she goes, the No goes after her, so she can lead the No way. And I'm fully expecting her to actually be able to use her power of controlling CBs, controlling or calling to them or something. That might help in some way, but yeah, I guess the situation will have to be really dire to push her to that point where she uses it without realizing what she's doing, right? Maybe. And that all somehow, like, I'm not clear on how that all leads into the island being destroyed anyway by Luffy. So we'll see about that, I guess. I mean, anything could happen now, like, to destroy it, I guess, but yeah. Anyway, it was nice to see Hody, you know, take, like, a lot of blows, even if, yeah, he keeps getting back up, and he's very strong, but how long is that gonna last? I do wonder. And all the hardening thing with Luffy, for some reason, I feel like I saw this already, but I'm not sure if I did or not at this point. Like, I don't know if we saw him, maybe he did harden himself at some point, but I don't think we saw him, like, harden himself and then, like, you know, he's able to harden himself but also stretch himself at the same time, or he stretches himself before that and then he hardens himself, and then, I don't know how that works exactly together, but it's very cool, I guess, and it's harder than iron, so it's very strong, and it's stronger than the iron's body that, you know, CP9 used, and I don't know if it's built up on that, probably, and yeah, it's pretty awesome. So next time we'll see how this all continues, how Luffy takes care of all that, I guess, what that leads to. I do wonder, like, you know, like this whole, you know, other story thread of Vanderdecken, you know, because usually, like, when we have an arc in One Piece, there are like these big stories that just kind of get somehow intertwined, and then, you know, you look back and you're like, oh, okay, that's what we like it's a lot more complicated. Like, you look back and you can understand, like, how we got to the end point and why we needed the stories that way to get there. But yeah, I wonder where the Vanderdecken thing is leading. Like this whole Noah promise ship, whatever, ship of promise. Yeah, I wonder what that's all about. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this reaction. I will see you in the next one. Bye. Special thanks to my top Patreons, Red and Tier, Andy Plays All Night, Terranor, Michael Gabriel, Shadow's Moon, Marsh, and Stone Tree. And to the rest of my amazing Patreons, who without their support, I would never be able to keep on doing this. Thank you so much.